It's me once again here to keep you up to date with spicy gist you must have missed. I am your host, Koinsola Adetumbi, and this is your favorite program, The Diaspora. Stay tuned. The wheels of any nation revolves around her economy. This is why the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission is at the forefront, beckoning on her citizens abroad to invest back home. No doubt this culminated into the signing of a historic MOU to turn around the fortunes of diaspora investment between the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission and the Nigeria Diaspora Summit Initiative NDSI in Abuja. This is just the icing on the cake. Now, do you remember the 30 girls who were among the 150 Nigerians stranded in Lebanon? I'm pleased to inform you that they have been successfully evacuated. Today, we bring to your screen details of their ordeal and what to expect coming. As you can see, today's edition is simply tempting and irresistible. Please stay tuned for more updates on the diaspora. We ought to be proud of ourselves when we talk about investment and human capital development. These were the words of the chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission during the historic signing of an MOU with the Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit.
The then chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora, in the person of Honorable Abike Dabiri Irewa, she later metamorphosized into the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Relations and ran with it to start the first ever Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit, which was successfully held in the year 2018. As part of the outcome of that particular inaugural summit, three things were agreed in that summit. First, to institutionalize the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit as an annual event, which since then it has been done. Two, to set up the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit Group, which also, to her credit, she has driven, and to date, we have the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit Initiative registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria. The third aspect of the outcome of the investment summit was the setting up of the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Trust Fund, which, as I'm talking to you, is in the process of being established. With the setting up of the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit Initiative and also the establishment by law of the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, there is the need to synergize the two efforts by a binding MOU towards facilitating the activities of the Nigerian diaspora investment worldwide. The Commission, as you are aware, is a federal government agency. The initiative is a diaspora private sector-led initiative. The two have to come together and synergize to harness the resources, talents, and skills of Nigerians in the diaspora for investment in Nigeria. We are here today at a legacy event, an event that celebrates the beginning of a historic event, the signing of the MOU to facilitate and consolidate this relationship.
We all should be proud of ourselves. When we start with the team, Mrs. Badewa, Barrister Kachi Esquire, Dr. Abdullahi, everybody. We just said, let's do a diaspora summit, investment summit, because we know that when we talk about diaspora, we must talk about investments. We held the first one, which succeeded even beyond our expectations, with very limited or no resources at all. And I have to thank President Buhari for his support, very supportive. Immediately, I wrote to him to attend. He was so happy and was glad to tell the VP to give us all the support we needed, since VP is in charge of the issues of the economy. And from day one, the Vice President has been very, very supportive. And I remember his last speech to us, which is culminating in what we're doing today, that we should ensure we institutionalize this and get something concrete out of it. So 2 things are coming out of it. Having the Nigeria Diaspora Initiative, which has been duly registered. And the key thing here is this. This is a partnership between government and the private sector. There are some things that I believe that government really should be doing. Government should just be providing support. This is one of those things. So the private sector will drive this initiative, while NITCOM, as the government representative, will partner with you. So if this succeeds, we take the glory. If it fails, you take the... So it will be government and private. But seriously speaking, I know we've started on a good note. And I hope that, like Dr. Bassey said, it's starting small. But I know that with the dedication, with the commitment, with the support we've all been receiving, and the partnership amongst us all, we're starting something that may be a revolution in the business world, particularly as it relates to Nigeria and its diaspora.
It's a very historical moment. I moved back to Nigeria after being gone for 27 years. I moved back in 2008 with some challenges, but really with a lot of success. I was very happy to be home. And I had been encouraging others to come back home. The question we normally get, especially during Diaspora Day conferences, is, what are we coming back home to do? What about those of us who don't really want to come back home? What can we do? How can we contribute to national development? Definitely, we could use some of the human resource for capacity building for them to come and impact. And yes, we're very grateful that Diaspora Nigerians remit quite a huge sum of money, millions in dollars, to the nation annually. And every year it keeps accumulating and growing, exponentially affecting all lives in Nigeria, which is all fantastic, and we're very grateful. Nigerians in diaspora are always willing to come home. They're always willing to at least impact one way or the other. Now, in light of the fact that they cannot really honestly move back, all of them cannot move back, but there's something they can all do. A drop in the bucket from each one of them, before you know it, the bucket becomes a pool. So we feel, as private sectors, and actually as diaspora Nigerians who really want to see the improvement in the socio-economic nature of the country and the lives of most especially the impoverished, how can we impact them? How can we harness these remittances so that they can go into something that's sustainable, that will generate income? You know, you can teach somebody to fish, or you can give them fish. So which one would you rather choose? We would rather teach them to fish so that they can continue fishing and impacting lives. So that really brought on the Investment Summit idea, Diaspora Summit Initiative. Yes, for a very long time we had been depending on foreign direct investment. We're very grateful for the investment that comes from foreigners into Nigeria. But knowing that Nigerians are doing exceptionally well, and if you have been following the news about those who are really impacting the economy of the United States of America, quite a huge percentage of them are Nigerians, with how much they contribute in paying taxes to that nation. So if we can just get some of these people to channel some of their funds, some of their investments, interest, even some of their savings into the MSMEs in Nigeria. And you know, government has been talking about diversification for a very long time. And now with the COVID-19 pandemic, there's a lot at stake. Our country needs a lot of support. All countries need a lot of support, but more importantly, Nigerians in diaspora need to support Nigeria during this time, so we can have things to look forward to post-COVID. And you know, Nigeria's population is doubling. It's alarming the way we're growing. Who is going to take care of all these people? Economy is not increasing as rapidly as the population is. So the best way we can be proactive and to start developing interventions to remediate this challenge that we foresee in the future is by really appealing to Nigerians in diaspora to come and invest in primary sectors that will have immediate impact on the lives of our people. When we talk about population, we talk about agri sector. Agri sector is one of the biggest in the world. When you talk about COVID-19, you talk about technology. This is the new normal. Education has become virtual now. So we need to develop all these sectors in Nigeria. Talk less of infrastructure and talk about health. You know, health is another big sector. And then when all things come down, we need to have a strong hospitality industry because nations across the world really develop their economy through tourism. So we need to develop all these aspects in Nigeria. So this is really the prime time to be having a third Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit. We're very grateful for the opportunity to partner with Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. Since Honorable Abike had been in the House, championing diaspora matters, Nigerians in diaspora have always been very supportive, and they have pledged their continuous support of Honorable Abike and definitely the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, because this was created for them, and we're doing this for them with emotional connection. We're really very positive. The first inaugural Diaspora Summit in 2018 attracted over 300 people. This next one we had last year, 2019, we had over 600 that actually attended. And we've got information about those that have made a lot of connections, a lot of contacts. You know, even my own personal school has really grown since the investment summit we held, because a lot of Nigerians in diaspora are supporting us now as well. So we've gotten so many positive results. I always say when you impact one life, you are impacting hundreds, because that one life has an effect, has a dolomite effect on others. You know, that one person will now go and pay tax. That tax goes into government to improve the economy. That one person will hire someone and pay for somebody's salary. That one other salary is paying for somebody's school fees. So if we can just add them together and have all our brothers and sisters in the diaspora support our MSMEs, then definitely we're going places.
The impact that NIDCOM has made in 1 year, just 1 year, that it has become such that Nigerians, wherever they are in the world, they feel a distress, they have a problem, they come across obstacles, they call NIDCOM. Or anybody to do with me. I receive a lot of those calls when I call. I know I overload you, I'm sorry. But you will not believe how NIDCOM has really, all of a sudden from nowhere, become the beacon of hope for Nigerians in distress.
Kudos to NIDCOM and NDSI. Now let's take a look at an exclusive interview with NIDCOM's boss as she gives us updates on the returnees, especially the over 150 Nigerians stranded in Lebanon.
Can you give us an insight into an update? Because we hear that government has stopped evacuation. What is the update on that?
The PTF has announced that the airspace will reopen on the 29th of August. Evacuation, the last evacuation I think should be 25th or 27th. And I think it's a good development. Because on one hand, you have people saying, no, we want to come home, it's too expensive. Because don't forget that most of those flights, because a one-way flight, is a bit higher than the normal flight. So I think it's a good development for anybody who wants to come back to now finally come back. And there are, of course, Nigerians who have been stuck in Nigeria that are working abroad and want to go back. There are also Nigerians who still want to come back home. So I think it's just the right thing to do, and it's about time to. Now we have to thank the Lebanese ambassadors to Nigeria, the Nigerian mission in Lebanon, the Lebanese community in Nigeria, as well as some NGOs who supported the return of the girls free of charge. There are some private citizens who paid, you know, and there were quite a lot who paid nothing to come back home. So we're quite grateful that we're able to get that done. And The key thing is these girls are home now. What happens next? They are with NAPTIP, undergoing rehabilitation and reintegration. And another good thing is that Lebanon has stopped giving work visas to those who are going to work as domestic staff in Lebanon until all these labor migration issues are sorted. And the key thing is, who are the traffickers?
How some state governments have intervened to ensure that the returnees are fully integrated.
Good thing is some of the governors have intervened and reached out to their girls, particularly Oyo, Osun, Ogun, Lagos, Delta. Edo has also reached out. So we hope that the other states will reach out to their girls and do something for them in terms of rehabilitation and setting them up in some small business or something. And I know that with massive awareness from these girls that have come back, they can encourage others not to do that anymore. And like I said, the agents or the traffickers need to be arrested. Now, one thing is, I need to explain, these girls are there legally. They got their visas properly, their work visas properly from Lebanon. So they are not illegal migrants, but they are trafficked. They are trafficked in the sense that somebody has collected money on their behalf here. So by the time they get there, somebody has taken $2,000, or, paid by the employer there. They're supposed to be earning $200, $300 a month, but the agent has collected money for 5-6 months plus his own commission. So imagine a graduate who says, there's a job in Lebanon, come on, what gets there? A domestic staff, you have to take care of 4, because one of them told me her experience, take care of 4 children, husband, wife, and she's never done house girl work in her life. How is she going to cope? They start crying that you want to come back home. But your employer has paid thousands of dollars. He wants his money back before you go. And that's where the crisis starts. But 2 things have happened, like I said. Lebanon has stopped issuers of work visas until we sort out all these issues with migration. And then secondly, all the agents are now being profiled. So for instance, the Nigerian mission, we have the list of all agents. So if you go in through agent A, they have the name. So if you get into trouble, they can reach out to that agent A. So a few things have been done to check this particular incident, and I hope that we can put a stop to that. But those are broken girls, and we hope that they get their lives back together again.
But how do you monitor and see their progress?
NAPTIP.
Because there's a possibility of second leg journey.
That's actually a big difference. That is left to them. I know that some of those that came back from Libya found their way back somehow to get out again. There's a particular girl who got back to Libya and one of those who started crying again. So it's about, like I said, a lot of awareness to know that those stories are not true. And that particular who said to me, I'd rather be selling guguru here than go do any of this again, we hope to do something with her. Maybe some of them can be like ambassadors. But NAPTIP is doing a lot in terms of rehabilitation and reintegration. So we're very confident with what NAPTIP is doing with the girls. But individuals can also still help and support. And like you could take up a girl and save her life and help her out.
Kudos to the Nigerian government. Thanks for coming through for the citizens in distress. And to the Amazon of Diaspora Affairs, we say a massive thank you.
Ha! Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down.
Do you have a job where you're going to? No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
And now here is an update on the evacuation. Tenure well spent is worthy of celebrations. Now let's take us an interview session with the Nigerian High Commissioner to Sierra Leone as he rounds up his tour of duty.
When I came into the country, of course, I met not less than 15 to 20 Nigerians who were serving in the correctional center here. In fact, seeing that number, I was amazed. What did I do? I said, okay, I summoned courage to visit the correctional centers to confirm really if that figure is real. On the confirmation, the director of the correctional center called all the serving prisoners. I sampled them opinion. I asked them, one after the other, to know what were their offenses. I later got to understand that some of them have, civil cases. And I am not a lawyer, but somebody with a civil case supposed not to be serving a jail time, possibly, I don't know for what reason. So, on my view, the director of the correctional center agreed that yes, those with simple civil cases were not having people to, bear them out. That was the issue. And after a thorough discussion with them, most of them were released, except those who had criminal cases.
Thank you for serving our dear nation and making us proud. And now we celebrate one of our frontline heroes.
Dr. I.C. Okocha, MBBS, PhD, FRC, Psych, Consultant Psychiatrist. Dr. Okocha obtained his membership of the Royal College of Psychiatrists, MRC Psych Diploma in 1992, PhD degree in 1996, and in the same year was appointed Consultant Psychiatrist and Senior Lecturer at Greenwich District Hospital, Guy's Hospital, and St. Thomas Hospital, London. In 2007, he was elected Fellow of the Royal College of Psychiatrists, FRC Psych, for his contributions to the field of psychiatry through clinical practice, teaching, education, and research. He is an International Fellow of the American Psychiatric Association and a Fellow of the Royal Society of Medicine. He has a wide area of clinical interest and expertise in psychiatry, including anxiety, mood dependence, personality, and psychotic disorders. In addition to psychopharmacology, drug usage in psychological illness treatment, and author of scientific and lay publications in these areas. He was enlisted as one of the 100 most influential black people in Britain for 2 consecutive years from 2011 to 2013. In the NHS, Dr. Okocha is the acting executive chief of Oxley's NHS Foundation Trust, a first-wave mental health and community health trust in Southeast London, consistently rated highly for finance and governance by the independent regulator of foundation trusts in the UK. It won the Royal College of Psychiatrists Mental Health Service Provider Award in 2009, and staff rated it the best non-acute trust to work in England. Proudly Nigerian.
Through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at nidcom_gov, on our Instagram page at nidcom_gov, on our YouTube page at nidcom_gov, and on our websites at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 p.m. I remain your host, Koinsala Adetumbi. See you next time.